Yes, today's class we will go for tuple. What is tuple? Tuple is very similar to the list. Okay. What did you learn the definition of list? List is a collection of heterogeneous type of elements. So similarly, this tuple also collection of heterogeneous type of element. Heterogeneous type of elements. So what is meant by heterogeneous? Different type of elements. Okay. Next one. Now let us know the syntax how to write a tuple. To write a tuple, first we need to create the tuple object followed by equal to and followed by parenthesis. Previously we have used the square bracket, but coming to the tuple we will go for this open parenthesis, again open parenthesis, and these all elements are going to be separated by comma. So element 1, element 2, element 3, like that you can write. So is this all elements same type? No, it may be same type, or your tuple can also support different type of elements. So now I am going to create this kind of syntax, and let us check whether it is returning the tuple type or not. So what can I do? I am taking one variable which is t, and here open parenthesis I have written, followed by 10 and 10.5. Next, what is another thing? Hyderabad. This is belonging to string type. Next one, complex type 10 plus 2j I am giving. Next, true, which is Boolean type. And I am going to give another element which is belonging to float type. So when I go for this is the tuple I am going to create, which contain different type of element, and everything is enclosed in the parenthesis. And when I hit enter, which created successfully, and to know whether it is tuple or not, Python, we already learned one function which is type of function, and when I give this t as input to type function, which displays like the given element is the given data structure is the tuple type. So what do you understand from this one? These all belonging to the different type. Even it is different type, your tuple can hold. That is the reason why I am saying that tuple is a heterogeneous type of element. And one more thing you should know, this tuple is a ordered collection. Ordered collection is nothing but in which order you have given, that the same order it will store the element. Now I am going to print this tuple. Print tuple I have given, and when I hit enter, what happened? In which order I have given? Is this stored same type or not? Yes. So this is the reason why we are calling it as a ordered collection of element. Next one. Here, is this tuple can allow duplicate means? Yes, it will allow duplicate. So tuple can hold duplicate element. Duplicate element. Now I am going to prove this one whether it allowed or not. So what can I do? T, I am creating a new tuple, and 10, 20, 30 I have given. Next 20, 50 I have given. When I go for this tuple or tuple which contain 20 twice, okay, it contain duplicate element. When I hit enter, which does not return any value, and when I check this t, so even you have 2 times, it can hold 2 times. So tuple can hold duplicate element. Next one. Next one. This is the one major difference you find between tuple and list. So if you go for list, the content of list can be modified. Content of list can be modified, but once a tuple is created, the tuple data cannot be updated. I will show one simple example with the list and tuple. So tuple is immutable. Immutable means once object is created, we cannot update the content. So um, first I am going to test with the list. Later we can go for tuple. L is the list I am creating. 10, 20, 30 I have given. When I print L, what happens? 10, 20, 30 has printed. If I want to update the content at the first index with a new element, yes, it has updated. It is not giving any error. But when I check L, so did you observe that is this element modified or not? Yes, previously the first index element is 20. After updation, first index position replaced with a minus 100. This same method I am going to use for tuple, whether it is working or not. How can I write this tuple? Tuple equal to or tuple equal to 10, 20, 30 I am writing. What is the difference you observe? Only square bracket changes to open bracket. Now I am saying that this one is tuple. What I am doing? I am trying to change the content of a first index to minus 100. So if it is list, it has updated. But when it is tuple, it will convey that tuple object does not support item assignment. What does it mean? Once a tuple is created, we cannot update the content. So while I am teaching mutable and immutable, immutable means once object is created, we cannot update. So is this tuple allow us to modify the content? No. So the tuple belonging to the immutable type. But what about list? List allowed us to modify the content after you creating the list object. So it is comes under the mutable type. Okay, it is clear to you. So what is the difference we observed in tuple and the list? Tuple cannot update the content, so that we call it as immutable. But list can update the content, so it is mutable. Next one. Next one. So here one more thing you should remember, that is while creating tuple, if it contain more than one element, if it contain more than one element, you need not to give parenthesis also. Parenthesis is optional while creating a tuple. But what is the reason? When you hold more than two, when tuple need to hold more than two elements, in such cases, you can ignore the parenthesis also. So here, these parentheses are optional when tuple create with more than two elements or two elements also. Okay, I will show this one. So here previously what I am doing, I am going to give tuple, and what I am doing, I won't give the parenthesis, and I am going to separate multiple elements using comma. So you may get doubt that previous tuple also taking. So I am going for new t. New t is nothing but new tuple I am creating. What I am doing, I am going to assign multiple elements. But what did you observe? I am not going to enclose this all using the parenthesis. When I hit enter, did I get any change? Did I get any error? I did not get any error. Let us know how this new t can be behaves. I am going to test a tuple. I am going to test whether it is tuple or not. How I am going to test? By using type function, where I am going to give new t as a input. When I check this one, what happens? Tuple it has reported. So what do you understand? When you are assigning multiple elements to any variable, and when you want to make it as a tuple, then what it do? You need not to give parenthesis also. It will behaves like a tuple only. This one you should remember. Next one. Here, like list, we can access individual element. And one more thing I want to show here. I will give new t, and I am separating this one with the two elements only. Now I am going to test this one. Type new t I am giving, and when I hit enter, which also accept like a tuple. Okay, next new TD I am giving, and I am giving 30. So am I giving parenthesis at here? No. Let me know what is the type it is. Can you tell me what is the type it return? I said while creating tuple, we need not to give the parenthesis. Here did I give parenthesis? I did not give. Yes, 12ZZ, it will act like a integer. Already we learned this one at the time of integer variable creation. So when it is one element, you definitely need to give parenthesis. Okay, I will tell you one more difference at this place. So here, if I want to create two elements, 10, 20, I have given. Next, when I check this type, new TT, and it has reported like a tuple or tuple. Can you tell me how can I create a single element list? I am going for single element list. So observe this one carefully. I am going to create list, and I have given in the square brackets with the 10. And when I check this type L, it has printed like a list. Can you tell me how can I create a tuple with a single element? I am going to give T, and what I am doing, that same element I am giving like a 10. So can you tell me what is the type of T you are expecting? What is the type of T you are expecting? Yes, 12ZZ, you have given correct. Tell me what is the type it will convey? When I hit enter this one, it is showing me like a integer. Sorry, even I have written parenthesis. Why it is accepting like a integer? So coming to the Python program, so the same operator, the same open parenthesis operator behavior, two different methods. First one, if it contain any element with a comma separator, the same notation is going to be behave like a tuple. If anything which contain in between, so if does not contain any comma separator, then it is going to be considered as a evaluation of expression. Evaluation of expression. Okay. So if it evaluate the expression, at last it will return one element. Means it will consider like a plus b. So while writing a plus b, did you separate? Did you enclose this entire expression using the parenthesis or not? So like that, when you give one element, it does not behave like a tuple. It behaves like a expression. So when you write expression, what happens? Only one element will be created. So that element is going to be, that element type will be printed. Now randomly I have given 10. So 10 belonging to the integer type. So it acts like a integer. But how can I make this one as a tuple? So to make this one as a tuple with one element, so what can I do? Just you have to go for this tuple object, and you have to write what is the element you want to be create, followed by you can give only one comma. So here the elements what I am writing in between, am I using the comma separator? Or? Yes, I am writing the comma separator. So when I write a comma separator, let me know how this parenthesis will be behaves. Tuple type it will behaves. When it is tuple, then this T can be represent like a tuple. Now you can see this one. T is an element where I am going to write a 10 and I will put comma and I will put parenthesis. Next, when I hit enter, I did not get any error. And when I check the type of this T, it has shown like a tuple. Now, I am going to ignore the parenthesis for single element. Let us check how it behaves. T equal to -10 I have written. I will put comma. Is it written any error? It does not return any error. Let me know how it behaves. It behaves like a tuple only. Type of T, it behaves like a tuple. I hope it is clear how to create single element tuple. Okay, next one. Sir, I have created tuple. Okay, next, how can I access one element? So like list, you can access tuple element in two different ways. One is accessing only one element. Access only one element. How can we access this one? By using either positive index or negative index, similar to list only. Not only list, if you go for string also, we used the same technique. And if you want to access a part of tuple, then you can go for slice. Slice is nothing but piece. So again, how many ways of slice we have? Two ways of slice. One is starting index colon ending index, and another one starting index colon ending index colon next step. So while I am teaching step, I said one rule. What is that? Step should not be 0. If it is 0, then it will return an error. Except 0, you can write either positive or negative. Both can be accepted, but you should not give 0. So now I am going to test whether tuple elements can be accessed using this indexing or not. So this is called indexing and this is called slicing. So here T I am creating where I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 I have. Next, when I am going for T of 1, means which index I am using? Positive index I am using. When I use positive index, it will start from the left hand side. The first index element is 20. So 20 will be printed. Yes, it is working fine. Similarly, T of -1 I am writing. -1 is nothing but negative indexing. When it is negative indexing, it will start from the right hand side and the starting index of this one is -1. So when I write a T of -1, 50 will be printed. Yes, so we understood how this negative indexing will be work. Positive and negative will be work. Now similarly, we will test whether slicing is working on tuple or tuple or not. So T is one tuple and where I want to start it from 1 and I want to end it for 4. So 0, 1, 1 index, 2 index, 3 index. Is it print 4th index? It won't print 4th index. It will work up to end -1. So here end I have given 4. 4 -1 is nothing but it will print up to 3rd index. 1, 2, 3. So I can see the result as 20, 30, 40. So, and what is the type it has written? Tuple type only it has written. Now I want to see whether this slicing with the 3 elements is working or not. So T and this slicing I am writing where which contain 3 parts and I am not starting, I am not giving any starting and I am not giving any ending so that your tuple or your tuple entire collection will be taken and I am going to give the 2 steps and I will test with the 0 first step. What I said, 0 never accept. And when I check this one, so slicing step cannot be 0. This thing I said at the time of string only, the same mechanism work at this place. Next, tuple. What I am doing, I am not giving any starting and ending index. Now I want to separate this one using 2. When I give 2, what happens? I am going to give gap between the gap from one element to another element. How much gap I need to give? 2. Means I need to jump 2 steps. So what is the first index it will be print? So it will start from 0. 0 plus 2 is nothing but second index. 2 plus 2 is nothing but fourth index. 4 plus 2 is nothing but 6 index. But we do not have this index. Okay. So here 0 index is nothing but 10. 1, 2 index is nothing but 30. 3, 4 index is nothing but 50. 10, 30, 50 I can see. So when I hit enter, 10, 30, 50 it has printed. So this is the way you can use tuple indexing and slicing. So similar, this is the thing we observed. Next one. So is this tuple cannot grow? Cannot grow means we cannot add element. We cannot add element. So while I am teaching, what is that? Immutable. So just now I said is this tuple is a immutable. Immutable means which never allow us to modify the content. It is not allowing us to modify the content. So how can we expect to add a new element? We cannot add new element and we cannot delete an element from the tuple. So tuple, we cannot delete an element. Okay, let us check what are the functions methods we written for list. That same thing I am going to apply whether it is allowing or not. Let us check. T equal to 10, 20, 30 and T dot append of 40. Is it written error or execute? It will return error like tuple object cannot, tuple object has no attribute append, which means append cannot work on tuple. Okay, so tuple we cannot allow to add an element or you cannot delete an element from the tuple. Means while you want to send any data, okay, and if you otherwise if you want any data where you are not expecting any changes, then what is the recommended data structure you need to create? Tuple type. I will tell you one simple example, okay, where this type is expecting. So here this is one faculty and he conducted one exam and he evaluated the papers and he prepared a data sheet, marks a data sheet he has prepared. Okay, while he is showing to the students, is this faculty giving this document sharing to the students? Is the students allowed to update this content or don't want to update the content? So faculty never giving, he prepared one document and he shared to this one either Google Drive or any other mechanism. This faculty used to share the marks sheet to the student. Is the student allowed to update the content? No. Fact, a student should not allow to update the content. So let me know, sending list is suitable to the student or sending tuple is suitable to the student? Which one is recommended? Very good, 12ZZ. Tuple is recommended. When I send a tuple to the student, then student never allowed to modify the content. I hope it is clear. When do you use tuple and when do you use list? Next one. Next one. Word collection heterogeneous is clear. And like list, this tuple also having some methods. Let us know how to use that methods. So before methods, oh, 1 minute. Okay. So I said one common function on list and tuple, and the coming classes we learn set and frozen set. We have one common function, that is the len function. What does this len function do? It will return how many elements were present in the tuple. So how can I use this one? I said this one as a what is that? Function. Function is nothing but, can we expect how to write this syntax? Syntax, if this one is len followed by, you can give tuple object. So here I am giving t, which contain 10, 20, 30, 40. And what can I do? I want to find how many elements were present in this tuple. When I hit enter, which has written 4. So this is the way you need to use. And what is the another common function we learned here? Max and min. These also works on this tuple. So here min, I am giving this t, so which has given minimum element. When I give max, and I am giving t as a input, and which has given maximum element. These two can be work on tuple. Next one, we will go for method. Methods is nothing but, how can I write? First, I will write the tuple object followed by dot, followed by method I will write. So first one, count method. So how this count method work for list? That same way, this tuple also works. So what does this count to do? It will count how many elements, how many times given element is repeating. Given element is repeating. So here, so let us know how does it work. So syntax of this one is tuple object dot count followed by which element, how many times it is repeating. That element you need to give as an input, and it will return integer element. Okay. If element exists, then it will return how many times it is present. If element does not exist, it will return 0. If element does not exist, it return 0. Now let us check whether it working or not. So T is tuple where 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Again, I am writing 10, 20, 10. I have given. Next one, I want to find how many times 10 is repeating. So what can I do? Initially, I need to give tuple object dot count followed by element. Which element I need to find? 10 element I need to find. So when I hit enter, what happens? How many times 10 is repeating? Thrice it is repeating. So I can see result as 3. Now I want to test what if the element does not exist. So it will return 0. This thing we check at the time of what is that? List only. Next one, index method. So what does this index method do? Index method is to return in which index that given element is present. So it return index position where given element exists. Given element is exist, that it will show. Sir, if parenthesis kept empty, with what happens? So it acts like a empty tuple. Mr. 12ZZ. So you have asked one question. T equal to, I am not giving any element in between. So it does not return anything. And when I give T, it has considered like a tuple. Is this clear? Right. Next, here you should not ask one more question. Sir, while I am creating empty tuple, I have given empty thing. So tuple it has given. So you said this open parenthesis optional. So let me know what happens. Is it valid syntax? Invalid syntax. Okay, this is invalid syntax. Don't consider while creating empty tuple. If I eliminate these two parentheses, what happens? It will give invalid syntax. Right, 12ZZ, wait for sometimes after completion of our class. Then I will clear your all doubts. So it return. So now I will go for index method. What does this index method do? It will return in which position that given element is exist. So I am going to write the syntax. So same thing, tuple object I should write dot index is the method I am going to use. Next, what can I do? I will give the element which I need to be searched. So here there are two possibilities that if this element is exist and element does not exist. Okay, if the element does not exist, it will return error. It will return error. If element is exist, it return first occurrence. First occurrence element. First occurrence element is nothing but I said while creating a tuple contain duplicate element. When you search for the element, so it will go off searching from left hand side to right hand side. If it is encountered, then immediately it will return in which position that is present. So here I am clearing this one. I am testing this T. What happened? T updated. T equal to 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 40, 50 I have given. I am going to test where 20 is present. So T dot index and I am going to test 20. When I hit enter, so 20 present twice and first occurrence is first index. So it has returned first index. So while I am teaching index function for the list, I said one more syntax. What is the other syntax? I want to check for the second occurrence. If you want to check for the second occurrence, what is the another syntax you have written? Tuple object dot index followed by element followed by position you have to give. From which index position you want to be search, that position you have to give. What is the suitable index I need to give to search for the second index element, second position, second time repeating? T dot index is the method I am using 20 and which position from which position I should start off searching? From second position I should start, because previously it has given one message that 20 is the element which is present at the first index. Now what happens? I want to search for the second occurrence. To search for the second occurrence, I should start it from what is that? Second index position. Then I can see second time repeating element position will be appear. So I am giving 2 So I can see second time it is appearing at the fourth index. What if I want to search for third occurrence? So actually third occurrence does not exist. So I am giving 5. And if the element does not exist, what we are expecting? Error will be reported. So is it written error as value error? Or so what is the error we are getting? Value error will be reported when element does not exist. And wantedly, I am testing another thing. Index minus 100, which is also does not exist. And I am not giving the second argument. Then it has given invalid. What is that? X is not a tuple element, like that it has given. Next one. Another tuple also I have tested. I want to search an element from in the given bounded. Then what can I do? Tuple object dot index. Next, which element you want to be searched, that you need to give. Here from index you need to give, comma, end index you need to give. So you have to practice this one whether it is working or not. Already I said this one at the time of list. Next one. Similar to this index, we have another method also. Index. 1 minute. Okay. Next one. Index is completed. Next method. I want to sort this list of tuple elements. So to sort list, so like list, we do not have sort method. So here L is the list. When you go for 10, 20, minus 10, minus 30, here I am testing on the list. So you have L dot sort. When you hit enter, it has sorted. When I check this one, all the elements are in sorted order. But similar to this one, I am preparing a tuple or tuple minus 30. So it is not given any error. And I am testing T type, which is tuple. When I write a sort method, then it does not have the sort. But Python has another sort method, sort function. It is not a method. So how can we write? We have sorted function. I said it is a function. So sorted function. This function is to sort the tuple. Sort the tuple. It not only sort the tuple, it will sort anything. But here you observe one thing. After sorting tuple, so what do you observe means it never modify the content. It will create a list and the list will be written in the sorted order. List will be written in the sorted order. If I go for this example, this list I have prepared, when I do sort, I can't see any output immediately. But when I check this L, I can see the output. Similarly, what I am doing, I am not using the sort method. When I try the sort method on tuple or tuple, it has given error. Now observe here. T is this one. Sorted is the function I am using and I am giving T as a input to this one. So observe here. Immediately I can see the result, but tuple cannot update. I can see the result in a list format. So here I can see the sorted list it has appeared. But when I check this tuple, is this tuple object is as it is available. Is this clear? So what happens when I do sorted function on tuple, then what happens? I can get sorted list. I can get sorted list, but I can't get tuple in sorted order. Next one. In which order it has sorted? It has sorted in ascending order. Okay. But I am not expecting ascending order. So sort the tuple in ascending order. Ascending order. But I'm not expecting ascending order. I want to get the result in descending order. So to get this one in descending order, how did you write in list? That same way we have to write it here. We need to supply another key value argument. So let us see the syntax for sorting the tuple. So syntax, what I am giving? Sorted. For this sorted, I am giving tuple object followed by, can you tell me what is the argument I need to write it here? For list already I said. What is the argument I need to supply? What is the argument I need to supply? Reverse. Reverse equal to, tell me what is the suitable value I should give? 12ZZ. What is the suitable value I should give it here? -1. No, ma. It's not -1. Reverse. So -1 we used at the time of slicing. But here I have to give Boolean value. At the time of list, I said you have to change this value to true. At that time, you can get the list of elements in reverse order. Reverse order is nothing but descending order. It will do the sorting. So here, what I am doing, I am going to is tuple. So what I am doing, sorted of tuple, comma, reverse equal to true I am giving. So if I give false, it will do sort in the ascending order. So ascending order it has done. Sorted t comma reverse equal to true. When I change this result reverse equal to true, I can see the result in descending order. Is this clear? Right. So this is the way you have to perform sorting. Next one. So these are the different functions and methods are available in tuple. And here I said tuple cannot be grow and cannot be shrink. Is nothing but we do not have any element to add to tuple, and we do not have any method to delete an element from the tuple. So next thing, tuple packing and unpacking. Tuple packing and unpacking. What is mean by packing? What is mean by unpacking? Very simple thing. Packing is nothing but I have different element that all were packed as a single unit. So here A equal to 10, B equal to 20, C equal to -100, D equal to -500. So these all are the 4 different elements. What I want to do, I want to pack. Pack is nothing but I have to take one container. I will keep that all elements into that. So what is the type of container you use in to make a tuple? I will use this open and close parenthesis. Okay. Next one. What I am going to do? A comma B comma C comma D. These are the four elements. I am going to write it here and will copy to this X variable. Okay. So this methodology, writing like this and copying to one variable, this is called packing. This is called packing. So let us check whether this packing is working or not. Already we have tested this one. So A equal to 10, B equal to 20, C equal to minus 100, D equal to minus 500 I have written. Next what I am doing? Tuple I am going to prepare where A comma B comma C comma D, and when I hit enter, what happens? Tuple object is created and I am going to test whether it is tuple or not. Yes, it is tuple. So what is packing? Packing is nothing but we are going to grow different type of elements as a single unit and make it as a tuple, and I am going to assign to a variable. This is called packing. Unpack is nothing but what are the different type of elements, what are the different elements are available, that I am going to give it to the different element. So here, now I will tell you another example. Unpack is nothing but here you have what is that? A packet of biscuits you have. You have 10 friends and your packet contain 10 biscuits. So can you share each biscuit to individual friend or not? Yes, you can share. Means you are unpacking that one, and how many biscuits are there? You are giving to that many people only. Are you clear? So here I have a tuple. This tuple contain 10, 20, 30. So how many elements I have in my tuple? Only 3 elements I have. So how many variable can take this one? Only the variables I need to hold this tuple element. So what I'm going to do, I will unpack this tuple and I will give it to individual variable. So here A is one variable, B is another variable, C is another variable. These 3 variables are going to be separated by comma, and what I am giving, this entire tuple I am giving to this one. So here how many elements were there? 3 elements were there, and I am going to give it to 3 elements. Then can I get any problem? I won't get any problem. Then what happens? The first element 10 will be copies to A variable, 20 will be copies to B variable, 30 will be copies to C variable. Now I am going to test it. This process is called as unpacking. Unpack is nothing but what are the elements were present in the tuple is going to give it to that many number of variables. So here I am clearing this one. So X is a tuple where which contain 10, 20, 30, 40. And how many variables I need to assign these 4 entire pack to variables? I need 4 variables. A comma, B comma, C comma D. For these 4 variables, I am giving one tuple. X I am giving. So when I hit enter, I did not get any error. And when I check C value, can we expect what is the value it will allocated? So this 30 will be copies to C variable. Now I am checking whether it is 30 or not. So when I hit enter, 30 has appeared. So what does it packing? Packing is nothing but individual variable values will be copies to one tuple. Okay, that is called packing. Unpacking is nothing but one tuple elements or one tuple elements is dispatched to that many number of variables. Here you have to raise one question. Sir, I have 4 variables A, B, C, D, and my tuple contain only 3 elements. Directly, I am giving tuple only. So, is it valid? Is it valid? Invalid. I will tell you one simple example. It will give you error. So, for example, one father is there. One father has 4 children, but father bought only 3 chocolates. What happens? What happens? There is a big fight. Okay. So here that problem will be faced at here. So problem got or not? Yes. Another thing. So A comma B equal to 10 comma 20 comma 30. Is there any issue? Is there any issue? 2 variables are there, 3 values I am giving. I will tell you the same example. Father has 2 children, but father bought 3 chocolates. Again, what happens? Again, what happens? Again, fight. Are you clear? So they won't share these one by one. Along with that, they will go for fight for the third element. So again, that is the natural thing. But coming to the program also do the same thing. When I give this one, even it will return error. So what do you understand from this one? How many elements were present in tuple? So that tuple will be shared to only that many number of variables. Even if it is one more element is extra, or if contain less number of variable, then it never allowed to dispatch or unpack element to that variable. This one you should remember while working with the tuple. Is this clear? Is this clear, guys? Yes. Okay. So what is the major difference you observe between tuple and list? List can be mutable. Tuple cannot. Tuple is immutable. Means we cannot update the content. You can add element to the list. You cannot add element to the tuple. Okay. You can delete an element from the list. You cannot delete an element from the tuple. Okay. So what are the remaining methods available for list? That same thing will be available for the tuple also. But sort is different. The way of sorting for the list and the way of sorting for the tuple is different. If you do sort on list, it is written list only. But if you perform sorted on list, if you perform sorted on tuple, it has given list. Okay. So this is the difference you need to remember between list and tuple. Okay. So tomorrow's class, I will tell you another data structure, and we have to summarize these 3 data structures at the end of the class. Okay, guys, we'll meet again in next class. Bye. Right, 12ZZ, do you have any doubt? Yes. Can you tell me what is your problem? Tuple, okay, I do remember. So here you are saying T with empty tuple, which does not contain any element. Okay, tuple is empty. What you need to do? You need to find the count of it. So here, I am going to count 10 elements. Is this 10 element present in tuple? What I said while I am teaching tuple? If element is present, it will return how many times it is repeating. If element does not exist, it simply gives 0. Is this 10 present in tuple? It does not present. So what you are expecting? 0 you are expecting. Okay. If you give an element which is present in the tuple, at that time it will give how many times it is repeated. When you do not give any, means what is the element you have given that is not available in the tuple, so that it is returning always 0. Are you clear?